All right, we're back after a week-long hiatus. Right. And I think we already talked about Soups' trip to Iceland, Iceland last week. Damn it, how long ago was that? Hang on one sec.
Two.
I had you muted. That was my fault. You said it was how long ago, the trip to Iceland?
Like last week or two. When was the last time when that last episode of yours came out?
Oh, the last episode? It was exactly 2 weeks ago. So probably was 2 weeks ago. Yeah.
Oh yeah, that. Yeah, I was gone. I was gone away.
Okay. But anyway, I went ahead and decided to do the makeup show. We might have another episode going on this week, but that'll be depending on everyone's schedules. But for now, what's going on, dear viewers? This is your gracious host, Kaine Walker, returning with another episode of the Monkey Paw, episode 12, where we document the downfall of mainstream Western entertainment. And joined by co-host Soups for the night. No, we're not sure where Wes is, but I mean, if he hears this, he can join at any time because it's open.
I'm glad to be back.
Awesome, good to have you always. So this episode is actually going to contain some pretty good news because we've been talking about this company and how they affect pretty much video games for a while. It's like one of my favorite forms of entertainment, and people are actually starting to kind of vote with their wallet a little bit and opting out of buying the things that they're involved in, no matter how small it is. And if you're not aware, of course, I'm talking about the company called Sweet Baby Inc. and how they're essentially a consultant.
Enemies have a face.
Yeah. They're a consultant company that pretty much makes games more politically correct, whatever that means. And what we're going to do...
More ESG.
Basically. Oh, man. So what we're going to do is start by reading some of the comments we found on Steam, because that's going to be more relevant as stream goes on. Hang on, the capture's not picking up. There we go. So as you can see, Steam asked the question and thanks for being here, Toast. Let me know if the window we're presenting this on is too small, and I'll see if I can zoom in on the page or something. But as you can see, Steam asked the question, what the hell is Sweet Baby Inc? My bad. This dude Luda says, I went to their website and it told me they basically just do story consulting and other stuff. It doesn't seem too bad, or am I missing something? In the comments we see this guy, I think this guy's name is Cascat. Hover over some of the games they listed. On the main page, when you scroll down, that will display what they were involved with. They were involved with each individual game. And this guy tells you they're a consulting company who helps to make stories and characters more politically correct. So you can see people are, I mean, honestly, I don't know how they've been missing this, but they've gotten a bit more hip and aware of Sweet Baby's influence in games. Again, I don't know how people have gone this long without finding this out. I mean, I guess it's kind of projection to assume that everyone like ventures into the same corners of the internet that we do, but still, I don't see how they were able to avoid this long. But anyway,
For one person that hops into the rabbit hole, there's still more that are out of touch.
I mean, yeah, but you forget that. You really forget about that, like, honestly.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's hard to remain aware of that. Like, for every one person who knows, there's like 50 that don't. It's so weird, man. I have to be aware of that. But anyway, here's where it gets interesting, because they're actually going to get into what Sweet Baby actually does. And I'm doing this just to show you how the people on Steam are actually starting to become a little bit more aware. I'm willing to accept I might be late to the party on this, but this is the first I'm hearing of people actually trying to be on the lookout for certain companies that are involved in projects so that they can avoid outside of like EA and stuff like that, EA was different. It had nothing to do with politics or anything like that. But this guy says it's the fact that they use that position to push a political narrative, specifically that of a modern Democrat. I mean,
yeah,
that bottom part is
basically
it's kind of up for debate a little bit, because like you can be a leftist and not a Democrat. I know it's hard to think about, but it's possible. Regardless, it's still identitarian politics, wokeism, leftism, whatever you want to call it, critical theory, whatever you want to call it. It's still the same. It's still all the same shit being shoveled into the games, right? So this guy Luda is the person who wants to become more knowledgeable on who they are, and that's what this whole thread's about. So it says, hold on. Did he already say this? He said, went and looked on the website the games I've played that they have helped with. I didn't see much of a difference from other games I've played earlier in my life. I don't know how.
Bro. How? Where?
How? Like,
where are you looking, man?
I don't know. Like, even when I think of God of War is like my favorite example lately, because the disparity is so huge between the new ones and the old ones. Like, it's ridiculous. Like, I'm playing God of War 2, 2007 right now, and it's like a night and day difference. One of them feels like a video game. I'll let you figure out which one does.
And the other's
it's
basically a movie.
Basically, like, it's an interactive movie. Like, it's insane. Let me see where I left off. Oh yeah, continuing, he says this might be just me, but I don't really see a point to this fuss. Of course, if I'm missing something, please tell. And I mean, I don't mean to pick on the guy, but I'm still like in shock how he's like avoided this for so long, because I know what it's like to not know things, right? Like, I'm not trying to do that, but it's still crazy to me. Anyway, next guy, Taka. They're basically a liberal media mafia group that extorts and blackmails companies into forcing diversity and inclusion in their games.
They're right about the mafia part, at least.
Chargeman Fant says they are leeches. They come in and offer advice to improve games, quotation marks, typically to make them DEI/ESG compliant. Said advice is likely in the vein of too many men, not enough people of color. This fight is problematic. There's not enough highlighting why capitalism is dangerous, etc., and usually in painfully on the nose ways. Bear in mind, DEI/ESG impacts funding, so for companies, it's important to get approval stamps. I mean, he didn't miss the mark at all. Go ahead.
I think a question that I've been thinking about is, where does this company get its funding from in the first place? Like, where did it get its handouts from to even have this kind of pull on these companies?
Sweet baby, I have no idea where their funding comes from. A lot of people allege that it's your tax dollars. So I have no idea how much truth there is to that. But let's just say I wouldn't be surprised. You know what I mean? I would not.
Hell no.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. Hey, what's going on, Heroes fan? Thanks for watching. Oh man.
Yo, Heroes. I see you.
Jesus. Somebody else responded. Tolf Deer. They serve the function of a politicosmissar?
Politicommissar?
Okay. Yeah, politicommissar.
Commissar.
I butchered the fuck out of that. I've never seen that word before. They serve the function of a politicommissar in the Soviet era, making sure that everything is according to the party line, he meant to say. Here, it is presented under layers that sound innocent or boring. I mean, that's how every political Trojan horse works, like all of them. Like, it's something that is
that's how
agreeable.
They get you.
Yeah, it's something that's agreeable on the surface, but when you actually look past the label, it's nefarious. Like, it's I mean, that's how they do this incrementalist approach to infecting your media. Like that's been going on for like the past decade or so. Go ahead. My bad.
I'd say probably decade or two, maybe, if we really, really look for it. But hey, devil's got a smooth tongue, I guess.
Pretty much. Oh no, I think this post is enough to understand exactly who SBI is. I want to click this. This is on the fly. This was not prepared. I want to see what this. Steam Group. Steam Group. Sweet Baby Inc. detected. This kind of spoils an article. This kind of spoils an article.
Oh yeah, it does.
A little bit, but it might be better. Hang on. They have that icon with Sweet Baby and the exclamation point. Hang on. From the Black Cat collection thread, sunlight is the best disinfectant. It seems Sweet Baby Inc. and its fans, quote unquote, have started a targeted attack trying to take down this curator group and its creator. Ironically, doing so under the false claims of targeted harassment, among other accusations. Hereby, I offer
the irony writes itself.
Right. Like, people can't be critical of your company lest you label it harassment. Like, your product can't just be garbage. It has to be harassment. See what I mean?
You got, like, not even just Sweet Baby related, just everywhere. Anytime you try to make a comment about how like with a race swap character, gender swap character, or just a bad story element, just harassment. Just press the harassment button.
Yeah, I mean, you're
quick go-to.
You're either harassing someone, or you're an istaphobe, or you're intolerant, or anti-Semitic, or you know what I mean? Like, it's just.
Don't forget death threats.
Right.
Like, don't forget them death threats.
Same bag of tricks over and over. It's ridiculous. Where did I leave off? Targeted harassment. Hereby I offer a thread where I urge people to make use of this archive link, which I'm debating on whether or not to click. Probably won't. To document their
I think it's
activity.
gonna spoil the rest of your article.
I mean, here's the thing though. That might not be a bad thing, because we could still use this thread as the showcase, right? Like, operating on the fly is fine. It all it's relevant. Yeah, if it's relevant,
doesn't relate all together.
Yeah. Archive today. Okay, that looks like nothing, and I kind of don't want to read what this. I'll explore that in my own time. Anyway, to document their activity to show their true intent behind their attack, as well as any proof to show. He meant proof. He said prove. He meant proof. Any proof to show this group's hypocrisy in their stated goals of inclusivity and diversity. I mean, here's the thing. That phrase, inclusivity and diversity, right? Clearly they're not talking about ideas or worldview, right? They're only talking about surface level shit like race, sex, religion, political leaning, and things like that. Because the second...
There's no such thing...
Go ahead.
Such thing as diversity of thought or talent.
Right. There's no such thing as either of those things. That's why that term is so tainted. Because, like, what does it mean, right? You have to... Inclusivity and diversity of what? It goes on to... it goes on to quote itself a little bit here. Sunlight is the best disinfectant. And I think... What is this a thread of? The start of the attack.
I think it's like an archive of like all the targeted harassment of the curated group, like in the timeline. I think, like where it started and all that.
Hang on.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
These are
tweets from somebody who works there.
Sweet Baby employees.
Oh my god.
Yeah, Sweet Baby employees.
This is a gold mine. Hold on. Originally posted by @LegoButts. I just had a thought about trying this again with a photo of a young white person about to be ripped open but I'm betting folks would immediately flag it as traumatic, and I'm guessing the image would get taken down before responses accumulated. Quote 2, I usually get grossed out when straight white rich people kiss, but even I think those two are pretty cute. It was two gay white men, so he couldn't talk too much shit. Okay, he still got his jabs in. What assholes, dude? Like, what does this have to do with video games? Like, I don't get it.
Quote, we really live in a bizarre world where someone who only cares about two gay people kissing can write about video games.
No, but here's the thing.
Like,
here's the thing. The reason why he didn't lean in like he wanted to is because they were two gay people. If it was just a straight white man or a heterosexual couple, he would have likely said worse shit. Assuming this is a he, I don't know what they are. Lego butts could be anybody. But you know the rule. Everyone on the internet is a man until proven otherwise.
So there are no women on the internet, remember?
Right. None. Quote 3, pay me to shoot down your white male-led game ideas. What? Quote 4, had a nightmare that I was a white male gamer. What is wrong with these people, dude?
This was so unironically racist.
Quote 5. Quote 5. Context. Image says, what's the point in talking to you anymore? To which the SBI employee quotes me on Twitter, to men every day.
Oh, wow.
These people are demented, dude. Quote 6.
Touch grass.
Whoa! Okay, this comment, I don't even know if I can read this one. Do you see that, Suits? Quotes?
I mean, just say J's.
Oh my God.
I think you could just save yourself by just saying the J's.
That's a pretty, that is legitimately anti-Semitic. Abort all J's. What the fuck?
Absolute bro.
This one is particularly damning. So the shit before it, let's just go ahead and read it. All right. Oh. No, but the statement, when I grow up, made me feel like a giant PDF file. Shut up, Jamie. I know I am. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Is that a self-report?
I hope someone reported them on that. What the hell?
Did they just...
Who says that? Who says that loud and proud?
We're moving on.
The insanity never ceases to amaze me.
We're gonna move on from now on. Here's a link to them admitting to illegally DDoSing a charity event that was trying to promote women indie devs. That sounds like that'd be right in line with their values. Why the fuck would why would they do that? Unless those women didn't agree with them politically. Go ahead.
Probably, or they realized they were gonna get exposed by someone who was actually doing something to help women. They realized, oh wait, our grifter's gonna get exposed. Shut him down. Shut him down.
A list of SBI members and the games they have been credited in. I don't want to read all these names, if I'm being honest. If y'all want, I'll give y'all a second to screenshot it, if y'all care that much. But I don't really want to read all these names.
I say it's good. I say it's good to know the names because you never know when you're gonna need it.
Nah, they're here. I'll probably start this page too because it's a good resource. But other mentions.
Know thy enemy.
Disclaimer: please do not use.
Go ahead. Oh, I was just gonna say, well, I say know thy enemy, but damn, this and the enemy keeps surprising me every day.
Yeah, like I didn't think it could get any worse, but it has. If anyone could help me provide further information, this would be greatly appreciated. Disclaimer, please do not use these posts to harass people. Stooping down to their level is counterproductive to the cause and will only muddy the waters. This thread is made purely to keep an archive of the attackers, the people behind Sweet Baby Inc.'s motives and history. Excuse me. God, I'm sorry. That would show there to be reason for this group's existence. After all, we are gamers. We are inclusive by heart. We do not accept exclusivity or people who discriminate on the basis of skin color, political affiliation, or what sets of genitals they may carry between their legs. We call out and condemn those who do this, who wish harm on others, and who only seek to corrupt this industry with a political agenda. We welcome all who share our passion, and that's literally the crux of it right there. Like, gaming has never been exclusive, and there's never been a barrier to entry outside of going to the GameStop and buying the copy of whatever game you want. Like, what? Like, this was never a problem. It was always a fake problem propagated by politically motivated idiots. Go ahead.
Or just politically motivated idiots, or idiots in general who over-exaggerated because of Mortal Kombat.
That's not even the only one.
I remember.
Mortal Kombat isn't
I
even
know,
the
but that's
fucking
like the.
crux. Go ahead.
Oh, and Grand Theft Auto, of course, and Grand Theft Auto.
Oh yeah, kill it. Yeah, we can't kill the prostitutes because whatever. I don't know. Like, it's whatever, man. Like, Jesus Christ. Hang on. Oh man. I went back to the original thread because I want to wrap that up. We're halfway through it, and I'm going to get into the first article, which, I mean, the first article is mentioning the curated group we just reviewed, but whatever. We're just going to keep talking about it because it needs to be heard anyway.
I think Mr. Razor there summarizes it best. It's
right.
A disaster.
A disaster. Okay, so that was the link to the group that we just read. A disaster. Yep.
So to conclude the segment, Sweet Baby got steamrolled.
Oh yeah, they pretty much got steamrolled. Yeah, I get it. It was bad, but I get it. Dark Nexel says, I don't know how you don't freak out just by seeing the main page. Just look and I think he meant look at. Just look at how they describe themselves. You know it's rotten.
You know it's rotten.
Captain Sermonic, Rainbow Propaganda says, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I mean, that last dude is right. It like the logo itself is already kind of off-putting when you. It's like when you don't think about it, it's not a problem. But when you actually think about it with all this context, it really looks off-putting now.
That logo was always unnerving to me.
It's a dark picture.
I thought they were like a baby food company or something, and then I found out they're a games consulting company, and the logo got worse. I'm like, wait a what? Whatever. Rainbow Propaganda that says best woman is a Mary Sue, etc. Let me see. I don't think a single person. Oh my God, this guy is he? Wait, he seems like he might be like caping for Sweet Baby. He might be doing that, but hang on. I don't think a single person portrays a whole company, but I understand what you mean. Go to their website, Luda. Like, just go to their website.
Does he know?
I don't think so, but it's just weird. I don't know. I can't tell anymore. I don't know if he's trolling or not. Pose law. If you think that this guy Genos Commissar, whatever. If you think that what Google's Gemini AI was doing is okay, then you won't have a problem with SBI, because that is basically what they're doing, but as a consulting firm. Man, I wish.
Oh man, if you guys don't know what Google Gemini is, y'all missed out on some comedy.
Yeah, this is an excuse to talk about it, but like it has nothing to do with entertainment, so I never brought it up. Like Google Gemini, if you Google time periods where white people would have obviously been the predominant group, it replaces them all with random people of color. People of color, right? And like people have been typing in
like
prompts.
a people of a certain color,
right? They've been typing in prompts of 19th century like British people eating watermelon, and they always come out black. It's black people in powdered wigs eating watermelon, and it's just.
I think my favorite one is the one where they bring up like. I think my favorite one is the one where someone looked up the Pope through Google Gemini, and it was a black woman.
The Pope, oh my God, the Pope is a black woman. That's actually funny. Oh God.
Oh no.
He goes.
Oh man, it's so hilariously bad. Oh hey Wes.
Hey guys.
Oh, what's up, man? Hang on. He goes
a lot of IRL shit, a lot of bullshit IRL. I'd rather not get into. Don't want to bring down the mood.
Nah, I got you. It says, I, for one, don't want the message in my games and don't need anyone to try to educate me on it. I mean, of course.
You gotta bellow it, man. You gotta say it like the drinker.
Jesus,
the message.
The message. There's 3 pages, or is it 3 pages, 50 comments per page. I'm just gonna stick to the first page. This guy says, except that this isn't one this isn't one person. That was not one person. This isn't one person I'm quoting. It's 2. And I welcome anyone who finds more to keep an archive that this isn't a baseless claim against the comment. It's not. Anyone who has basic level pattern recognition knows that this isn't like baseless claims. Like Sweet Baby Inc. having their influence on games has been a recent problem that people have actively been seeing and pointing out. Go ahead.
Any pattern noticer, anyone who's dabbled in philosophy, not in general, and on top of being pattern noticers like myself, there's a lot of shit I can't ignore. I bet some of that would not ignorance would be bliss, because I imagine some of my blood pressure markers would go down according to the doctors.
Not the Pope. Yeah, they're freaking out about the Pope comment. Yo, you know what the best part about this thread is? The last comment on this page is, "What's Google Gemini doing?" From the OP.
Being subversive cunt knocks. That's what.
Oh man. So Steam is like fighting this hard, like.
Well, Gabe Newell don't. What I love about Gabe Newell is he don't put up with that bullshit. So.
With what?
I just want to give a quick thanks to. I just want to give a quick thanks to the guy with the Lane profile picture for saying what we wanted to say to tell him. Thanks.
Gabe Newell, and other like Steam staffers, they don't put up with this, this subversion shit. I don't, from far as I could see.
Oh yeah, Gabe Newell. How could I forget Gabe Newell? He was like up there with the God Howard memes. How could I forget?
He openly doesn't put up with this kind of bullshit.
Yeah, because it's not what video games are about. I'm glad we have someone who is open about not filling games with propaganda. It'd be great.
Especially someone in a high position.
That's what I mean. Like, obviously, like, we know the people we know who already do it, but we're talking about like major players in the games industry. Like Steam is huge. Like,
I don't think the staffers in Good Old Games or GOG are going to do it either. I don't think they do it either. I don't know though. They're more about archiving the good games and making them modernized to play.
Yeah, that's good.
So that's from what I can tell. Unfortunately, due to copy cringe, they've had to back off on some of their old promise to some degree because getting flagged and all that.
Nintendo or just everyone?
Just I think everyone really. That's what got them some flack a few times because they couldn't keep all of their promise. I'm like, well, that's kind of a bitch. It's kind of how it happens.
Yeah. But now that we've seen the threads firsthand and gotten a look at the actual curator group, let's go ahead and read an article that further elaborates on what they do, and hopefully it has some additional information. This is going to be from Niche Gamer. It says, Steam Curator warns players if Sweet Baby is involved in a game. A new Steam Curator is making it their mission to warn gamers if Sweet Baby Inc. has been involved in a game's development. For those who don't know, Sweet Baby Inc. is a narrative consultation company that offers a variety of services, including writing, narrative, representation, and development. Underwriting, it says they offer cinematics, dialogue, UI/UX writing, barks, don't know what that is, copywriting, etc. Under narrative, story pitches, world building, character creation, narrative design, story, feedback, and tweaks, and more. I can't even get through that word.
Representation. I got you.
No, I was gonna read it.
No representation.
Representation, cultural consultation, sensitivity and inclusivity reading, risk and opportunities assessment, and
every
more.
time I see shit like cultural consultations and shit, it immediately the phrase critical cultural analysis theory comes up every time I see or hear that phrase. Those exact words in that exact order come back to mind. The very basis of cultural Marxism, the thing they love to gaslight you and deny when calling it out. That very thing.
My fucking head hurts, man.
Dude, how do you think I feel? I almost had to go to the wheelchair from the shit I've read. Are you shitting me?
I'm so tired of seeing the word representation. Oh, God.
Bro,
The cringe is crippling inducing now.
Oh, dude. If you think this is crippling, you wouldn't survive what I saw a decade ago on the dark web of what the fuck they're doing.
No, this shit is funny. Like, it's funny. It's sad.
I'll take your word for it.
It's sad, but it is funny. It's
sadly comedic, yes.
Yes. Oh, God. Oh. Development, full-scale game development and interactive fiction. Okay. Whew. The curator uses proof of the company's involvement retrieved either through credits uploaded to YouTube or from Sweet Baby's website directly. You can check out the Sweet Baby Inc. Detected Curator here. The curator is by no means a comprehensive list, and Sweet Baby has claimed to be involved with dozens of companies, including, Xbox Game Studios, Electronic Arts,
EA, Valve, I'm not surprised.
Valve, Santa Monica Studios, True Love, 2K, Polytron, Wizards of the Coast, that one hurts a lot, Square Enix, Ubisoft, Raw Fury, Compulsion Games, and more.
I mean, Ubisoft is based in France where a lot of these pieces of shit spawned from.
Raw Fury. So, of course, they'd be involved in that.
Add Naughty Dog and Insomniac to that list.
Oh, yeah, they're definitely, yeah. Damn it.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Oh, yeah. I'm not forgiving them for how they treated Spider-Man and Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, disobedient K9 and sleep deprived. While narrative consulting isn't an unusual service to offer, critics of Sweet Baby are concerned that the company is more concerned with pushing their own ideological goals than with the quality of the product or its reception by fans. And I mean, that's verifiable. Did you see the interview with that one guy who was the director or the head or some important figure in the development of the Spider-Man 2 game? Featuring Miles Morales?
I think I saw from was it Kyle? I think I saw his videos on
him. That's why
the developer.
Go ahead.
Yeah, I never actually saw anything about those developers until the Kyle video, and now it just paints the whole thing into perspective. It just answers all my questions right there.
No, I'm glad he does what he does. Like, why I brought that up is because they don't care about fan reception like at all. That's like at the bottom of their priority list. Like they see people's complaints about certain things like the Mary Jane missions from the first Spider-Man game. People wanted less of those. They gave you like a quarter of the game full of Mary Jane missions, and they made her uglier. They made it so you can't lose, basically. Like they made her a major boss fight. They don't give a fuck about fan reception. They're like, if you don't like it, we're gonna make you like it. Like, I'm paraphrasing, but that's basically what he said. Like,
Yeah, I mean, yeah, he basically said that in a twisted way, without actually saying it. But you know, we masters of the English language actually know what he says.
we masters of the English language.
I'm joking about that bit, but come on.
Nah, I feel you. Let's see. Niche gamer. Sweet baby employees and site harassment campaign against Steam curated. You know what's crazy? We've gotten through this in like 39 minutes. We might actually be able to catch up in one episode because we got more articles about, and it's weird shit. It's really weird shit. We might be able to cover these tonight because this was actually pretty short, but we got the point across in a very succinct manner. And I kind of want to laugh about this some more, but I don't want to miss the chance to actually catch us up on some news we missed. So, another one from Niche Gamer again. They're doing good work over there. Sweet baby employees and site harassment.
Can you book?
Huh?
Sorry to interrupt. Can you bookmark that bit up on the right about Ken Masters' voice actor? Because I think I told you about that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. I can. That actually.
Definitely bookmark that for next time.
Yeah. Oh, you want to do that next week? Or
well, if we can't do it tonight, then we could do it next time.
Okay. We have a shit. We'll talk about whether or not we can do a second episode this week later. I want to, but it depends on people's schedules, or whether or not you want me to just do it alone, because I can do that too. Sweet baby employees and site harassment campaign against Steam curator. Sweet Baby Inc. Individuals who work with Sweet Baby Inc. have begun a harassment campaign against the creator of the Sweet Baby Inc. Detected Steam curator. The curation page is intended to inform users whether a game has relied on Sweet Baby's narrative consultation service. Critics of Sweet Baby believe that their mission of promoting inclusivity is done at the expense of a game's narrative quality, among other things, like gameplay and challenge. You know? Anyway, meanwhile, the Sweet Baby employees criticize the curator for being ideologically motivated against woke people and have mocked the curator's attempts to legitimize their work by avoiding loaded language and instead focusing on informing consumers. The employees in question, Chris Kindred and Felix Kramer, have both mentioned the curator. Meanwhile, Kindred has encouraged their followers to mass flag the curator. God. Who's harassing who? As well as his personal Steam account, seemingly to punish him. What is this? This is a tweet from.
I wonder how well that worked out for him.
It didn't work at all. Like, have you seen the news coverage on this shit? It backfired tremendously.
I was being a bit sarcastic with that.
Oh, that's my fault. My bad.
Right. Me, I didn't keep up with it because I was trying to find recipes to start home brewing homemade soda. Oh, before I go any further, I do have good news in spite of what I said when I first came in. I've been training. I've been working on trying to do, work a year and a half, almost 2 years, trying to whittle myself to one meal a day. I've been doing one meal a day for a week and a half, and I've already lost 9 to 10 pounds.
Congrats.
Yeah, thanks.
Wow.
So
nice.
And I ensure that, and I've also been doing these new probiotics and stuff. And when I do decaf coffee, I make sure I brew it with something that has different kinds of soluble fiber and polyphenols that'll add to it. So, point being on that is I ensure that I have a good diversity of gut microbes, basically.
Anything to add?
to that particular thing, we know more about the surface of Mars than we do about the gut biome. But what little we do know, a good diversity and having them in symbiosis is kind of a good thing because it works with the immune system. What little we know that much, and that's about it.
Gotcha.
More you know.
Let me move on with this. This is the tweets from Chris Kindred. I think they just said he was the curator of that harassment group. Hang on. Oh no, Chris Kindred is the one who's reporting the head of the Steam curation group. So it said tweet from Chris Kindred. The Steam curator harassment group Sweet Baby Inc. detected is led by this person, and he put this dude's at in the message. Here's them trying to be slick so they don't get reported. Why are they being reported though? Like, are you not allowed to have a group on Steam that criticizes a game company or a consultation firm or a particular video or anything? Like, how is that harassment? And how is this not against Steam's terms of service?
I don't know. They're being I don't know, the mouse streak. I think they've been reading that little red book, if you know what I'm saying.
Probably.
I know I have, and the more I know, the more I hate it. But that's just me. The three of us are what most people would call reasonable.
Wait, what was that word you used?
Little Mao's. I was making a wisecrack about Mao's little red book, but I said you, the three of us, and those who watch us that know what's going on are what you're supposed to call reasonable.
Oh, reasonable. Okay, I didn't.
Reasonable.
Okay. It says even with the discriminatory language filed off, the group itself still fails the code of conduct. Discriminatory language, like what? I wish he would highlight where.
Bitter irony of a company trying to stop people from using discriminatory language.
If that's discriminatory language, then they don't want to see the server that a lot of my mutual friends used to regular in an economics Discord I met through. And the server they're in now, the amount of jokes starting with R ending with the E, in that server they'd all die from strokes.
It's like Live Leak meets a COD lobby.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
the bitter irony of a company trying to stop people from using discriminatory language by using discriminatory language.
Right, that's what they do. Prejudice comes in many forms, and contrary to popular belief, there are acceptable forms of it, which is fucked up, but there are acceptable forms of prejudice. So,
and
you better stop before we get accused of sweet baby prejudice.
And then you got on the left and the right both do this, so it's prejudice okay when we do it. Basically, bullshit. You see that on both sides, really. It's infuriating to me, honestly.
Yeah.
Hang on. Oh, anyway, report the fuck out of this group, and they mentioned the Steam community again, and report the creator since he loves his account so much. Like, what? You know what I mean? Like, whatever. Like, these people are disgusting. Felix at home. This is the other person that was mentioned in the actual Steam thread we were reading. For example, Steam doesn't have guidelines for curators, as far as I can tell, that would prevent someone from starting a curation group that focuses on, say, Sweet Baby Inc. and warns people to not buy games they're associated with, which could just list any game at all. I mean, yeah, if it comes to that, you think listen, I can't speak for everyone, but if you think that there aren't people who wouldn't buy another game for the next fucking 20 years if your name's associated with it, you have another thing coming. If you end up on every game on the market, I'm not playing shit. That's what it's going to have to be. I'll go back 20 years, 30 years and play that shit. That's what it's going to have to be until another fucking Iron Age of games starts. This
Might as well at this
Yeah,
point. I mean, fuck.
Yeah, I mean, like if I don't even feel motivated to buy the future Spider-Man 3 game or the Wolverine game from Insomniac, you could bet I'd rather just
Bruh, I've
build a
been-
PC from the groundwork and just play X-Men Origins Wolverine video game or Web of Shadow Spider-Man. Or
Bro,
just,
I've been pirating
anything
comics
before.
and
One at a
games
time.
like. Bro, I have been pirating and old comics and games like no tomorrow. By the way, for legal reasons, I will not advocate that. Obviously, but me, I have done that.
He sailed the high seas in Minecraft,
Oh,
Mr.
yeah.
CIA agent.
Mr. CIA agent.
CIA glowies can tongue wax my fur taint.
Keep going, keep going.
The fuck it got community noted. Readers added context. The curator uses Sweet Baby Ink's website for their source. I mean, yeah, it's pretty compelling. You can't really fight that. Like, if all of the information they have is from your official website, what can you really say? At that point, it's just criticism. It'd be harassment if it was made up. Go ahead.
Yeah, I hear community notes isn't perfect, but this right there is a golden example
that's
of
a
it,
pretty-
of community notes working.
That's a pretty strong point.
It's the strawberry on the cake.
I've never heard that expression before in my life, but
Cherry on top, whatever. I'm making this up.
it's gonna stick. Trust me. Anyway, it says also it should be noted that at Lego Butts works for Sweet Baby Inc. I mean, of course, they would have interest in protecting it then if that's the case, obviously. What else is there? Kindred also claims that the curator runs afoul of Steam's code of conduct, which says interactions should not be abusive, disparaging, or inflammatory, nor create an environment that is unwelcoming. However, as stated previously, the curator has been tidying up their page in order to focus on informing consumers. You know what's crazy? In the past, there have been literally I've seen this before. Like, this isn't even like 20, 30 years back. I've seen this before where games companies would go to the Twitch streams of the people who are playing their game and basically get live feedback on whatever bugs or glitches or whatever the hell they find in the game, what they like about it, what they dislike about it. And the representative in the fucking team, why the hell do I keep saying teams? It's Twitch. In the Twitch chat would actually take into consideration the opinions of the player base. But
Wait, you're telling me there was a time when game developers actually listened to the audience?
Yes,
Consumers?
believe it or not, it's crazy. I know, but here you have Sweet Baby Inc. They have the criticism that they would need if they cared about making their company or the games better, handed to them on a silver platter, and they won't even go to these communities in a diplomatic way to figure out how they can correct themselves, because that's not what it's about for them. Go ahead.
No, they're propagandist ideologues. That's all they are.
That's all they've been from the start, and they want to put up this act like that. That's not what they're doing, and with their slogans of inclusivity and representation and all this other garbage. Whenever someone throws in an opinion that's not like theirs or criticizes their company, they have to be fucking blocked, shadow banned, what have you. And it's very easy to see that they're not in the business of making games better, like at all. So, I mean, that's pretty much the extent of it. And it says you can check out the curator. We've already seen the curator, but I guess that's it for the Sweet Baby Inc. topic. You guys got anything to add while I pull from our backlog of fucking topics?
Honestly,
Yeah, I think this is a company so incompetent they couldn't build a Lego set, but even with the instruction manual correctly.
Yeah.
Nah, I'm not gonna lie, I couldn't build Lego sets either. That might be a bad example.
What? You have the manual right next to you. It's easy to build the pieces.
Nah, I'm messing with you. I never got into Lego sets. I never got into them.
God, I used to be massively into the Bionicles, bruh.
Oh my god.
You know, I wish I got into Bionicles as a kid because I kind of missed out on that.
My bad. I saw a really bad one. You know, I'm just gonna go through and pick the 3 worst articles, like worst as in like the most depraved shit I can find. Hang on. Hang on. Give me a second. Give me a moment.
Give me a moment.
Let him cook. Let him cook.
I gotta. I'm doing this on the fly. I really didn't expect us to get through those topics that fast. It was really one topic, but I expected the articles to be longer. Oh God, hang on.
I don't mind a short article. It helps. It helps to get to the point faster.
It helps the digestion.
No D. Trying to find, because like I'm just go ahead and say it. There's one article about Link being a gay icon. I'm gonna grab that one.
Oh
no!
I've got to.
That's Toriyama's passion project inspired by his fucking childhood. Fuck off, you lefty subversive twats. Fuck off, bro.
Please tell me that's bait. Tell me that's bait. Say psych right now.
He's a gay icon, bro. That's what. Link is a gay icon.
Oh my God.
Don't Link's a gay icon.
I haven't even really been a fan of Legend of Zelda, but I know that's crap.
The only way he's a gay icon is in the most cringiest corners of deviant art.
Oh my goodness. Don't say deviant art, bro. Oh yeah, this was interesting. The Final Fantasy censorship. Yep. That was going up.
Oh yeah.
Yep, that one's going up. I think we might do that one first because that's the most tame out of the 3. So we got this one.
It's like the latest news.
Yeah, we got
Poor Tifa can't catch a break, man.
The fucking fans can't catch a break, bro.
Oh yeah, fans especially.
Like no one can have any fun.
No, they can't. And you know, to me, the best of the Final Fantasy games are going to be 1 to 7, top down. I never.
Oh God.
Remember back in the day. Oh, for Christ's sakes! Yep, that's some DA material.
Don't tell them.
Anyway.
We'll show you what we're looking at in a second. I gotta find one more article. Holy shit! Oh yeah, that one. That one.
I was gonna say was I tried Final Fantasy 8, 9, and 10. I never cared for them, honestly. Anything beyond 1 to 7, I was all right with. And I tried the proper versions 2 and 3, or Final Fantasies 2 and 3 through emulator. Well over a decade ago, and I found them. I'm like, fuck yeah! And they're actually really good ass games too.
Like the originals for Final
Fantasy? Yes, the actual Final Fantasy 3, not 4 and 6 that are dubbed as over here because American renaming's literally retarded.
Why do you make these noises? Why you like this?
You know what? I'll give you a short story. My dad, in the middle of Walmart, he literally yelled out, "Wes, why do you act so fucking retarded?" I just do.
That's not a good answer.
Damn.
That's not a good answer.
I don't have a real reason to it, honestly. I just do.
That is not a good answer, bro.
That's just
okay.
It's instinct. I don't know. It's instinct. Fuck.
All right, we got 3 more, and we're actually coming up on 58 minutes. Man, damn, this is record time. Holy shit. 6 topics in 1 episode. Oh, shit. It's not 6 topics. It's 4. Why do I keep saying that? It was literally Sweet Baby for like 39 minutes. Yeah. Anyway, so we got this article from Gfinity. Final Fantasy fans are mad that Tifa got censored again. Final Fantasy fans love complaining about Tifa. See, here's the thing. It's not complaining about Tifa. It's complaining about the principle
I
of
like-
censorship.
I like how you keep saying Tifa.
I mean, is it Tifa? I don't fucking know.
I think it's Tifa.
Tifa.
Who cares? What the
Tifa.
point is, I mean, they've drawn so much scandally shit about her. It's over the last 20 years. It's unreal. Anyways, besides the point. Point is, this is another example of trying to, gaslighting, and
we don't know that
yet.
We don't know that yet. This person might just be poking fun at the fans. We haven't gotten into the article, but regardless, I'm gonna treat it as if it's an actual argument because the point still needs to be made. It's not about Tifa, whatever the fuck, however you pronounce that shit. Fuck you. It's about the principle of censorship. Okay, like. It could literally be any example. Like, you could take all the guns in Call of Duty and give them all orange tips. If they did that shit, I swear to God. They did that shit.
I wish they would. Because I
shit.
wish they would.
I was joking, but if they actually did that, that'd
be great. It'd be hilarious. That's why I want them to do it.
I can't imagine how much money they would lose, dude. Every skin has an orange tip. They'd be fucking mad. All the bullets were Nerf darts. They'd be hemorrhaging money. Anyway, Final Fantasy fans love complaining about Tifa. Credit Square Enix. To keep some parity between Final Fantasy VII Rebirth and its predecessor remake, Square Enix has updated the 2020 game so they match up better. Unfortunately, it was a Tifa outfit that was updated, which means fans are now complaining about censorship and the company being, well, okay, they might be defending this. They might be defending this. Oh shit, a detracting article.
Well, when they did censored in quotation marks, that's usually a negative sign.
Yeah, I didn't see the quotation marks on censored. I should have seen
that.
I
did.
Yeah, so
that's why I said it was gaslighting from the start. It is.
It's pretty. Yeah, this is stupid.
Keep going.
Yeah. A Twitter post from Alex Donaldson reveals that Tifa's cowgirl attire from Remake was updated to look how it does in Rebirth. This means giving the then 15-year-old character a sports bra, just like her current character model, which has resulted in some gross comments. Once again, gamers are mad that they can't ogle at a teenage version of their waifu anymore. God, Jesus Christ. First of all, this opens the door to another discussion that we will not have because this is a cultural thing. With the age of consent and shit, and I'm just not gonna get into it. It's man, that's fucking annoying. The idea of a man.
I mean, yeah, I just thought
the idea of a man somewhere getting to look at a beautiful woman perturbs these people on a level that I can't believe. Like it makes no sense to me. Like somewhere a man is happy and it just pisses them the fuck off. Like they are miserable people.
What the fuck?
While this kind of update isn't what we expected, it does show that Square Enix wants Final Fantasy Rebirth and its sequel to have a more streamlined continuity. Seeing fans act like this over a fictional character, you can't use that excuse.
It's not an excuse. It's
no. What I'm saying is they can't use that argument. It's just a fictional character's clothes. Then why the fuck are you mad about it? Why are you mad about their reaction to the so-called censorship that you don't agree with if it's just a fictional character's clothes? This is the hypocrisy people are talking about. This same shit happened with fucking Starfield. Yeah, it's just pronouns. I was just
about to say that. This is the same thing, Starfield all over again.
Like you cannot use that argument. We are both here having the same discussion. You can't use it. It shows an extreme lack of self-awareness. Go ahead.
It's pure bad faith when you invoke it.
Appeal to what? Insignificance or some shit?
It's technically an appeal to argumentum ad to quoque or whatever. It's Latin for an appeal to hypocrisy fallacy.
Wait, no, they're not appealing to hypocrisy. They're being hypocritical. That's different.
That's still they would in a debate or in an actual discussion or an actual argument on a fucking open forum. You would be calling that appeal to argumentum ad to quoque. To quoque.
Huh.
Huh.
I don't want to ruminate on it. Well, ruminate is the wrong word, but I don't want to dwell on that for too much longer. But that's just what we've come to expect from gamers. Jesus Christ. This is an esports website. They hate people who play video games. How is this an esports website? Anyway, here's a screenshot of the tweet from
You get this
Alex
kind of
Donaldson.
BS from sports websites?
What'd you say?
I mean, doesn't this kind of thing also happen with sports websites?
I mean, if it does, it's fucking retarded, because why you're the demographic you are aimed at, you constantly shit on. How do you expect to get them to pay for that? Anyway, screenshot of the tweet from Alex Donaldson. They patched Final Fantasy VII Remake to slightly change the detail of Tifa's character model in the Nibelheim flashback to match Rebirth, and some are reacting as you'd expect. Before/after/reaction. I mean, I'm not gonna click that. Don't really care, because this article says enough, and they've already annoyed me with their hypocrisy. Tifa broke the internet when Square Enix revealed she and Aerith wearing swimsuits, showing that she's just as busty as ever. Some fans originally thought that her breasts got smaller in Remake when she was just wearing a sports bra. However, even with her glorious chest being shown in a bikini, fans still have time to complain about more censorship regarding her appearance. Discourse regarding Tifa is always going to be annoying, but it seems that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth will continue the first game streak of being an excellent RPG. Who cares? You won't allow people to enjoy that because you keep doing stupid shit like this. So who cares? Critic reviews are in.
I mean, if you don't want Final,
go ahead.
I was just gonna say. Sorry, I was just gonna say. I mean, if you don't want discourse over Final Fantasy, stop messing with Tifa and Final Fantasy. Stop messing with it.
To answer
but that's
the
literally
chat's
to
question,
any and every game.
My bad. Let me answer the chat's question real quick, and you can continue. Tifa was 15 in a flashback. I think they said she was 15 in the Nibelheim flashback. Can any of you, like, Final Fantasy experts fucking check my facts?
I don't remember.
I believe she was in like early 20s in like the present story.
Yeah, in the present, she's
I
an
think
adult.
that's all I can
like
say.
she meets the age of consent requirements for America. In the current timeline, she was younger in the flashback, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I'm not sure, but she's definitely of age in the present time. Man, this is such a precarious position right now. I'm gonna just move on. Go ahead.
Yeah, Hero says in Crisis Core she was 15. Final Fantasy VII she was 20.
Okay,
yeah,
Final
thanks,
Fantasy
Heroes.
VII, she was 20.
You helped us out here.
Oh, so these guys are just wrong. They were just wrong. Okay, I'm not surprised. Damn it, where was I?
I think you hit Did you hit the end of the article?
No, I was on critic. Oh, critic reviews are in, and many have said that this is a vast improvement over its already excellent predecessor. We also thought the sequel was excellent, giving the game a 9 out of 10, showing just how good the sequel is. Read more. Final Fantasy VII Remake's finale is at least 4 years away. Even with a couple of gross fans online, that shouldn't dissuade anyone from picking up Final Fantasy VII Rebirth when it comes to PS5 on February 29th. Players can also pick up Final Fantasy VII Integrate on PS5 and PC if they want to get caught up. And that's beside the point. This is the thing I'm sick of with gaming, right? You expect a remake to be 1-for-1 because you want it to be exactly the way you remembered it, or even if it's a remake, you still want them to pay homage or keep most of the things from the original still in the game. Like, anyone who doesn't expect that, like, it's frankly, to me, it's unreasonable. Like, you would literally have to be coming from a place of ignorance to not expect most of the derivative material to transfer to the game. Like, in order to not expect a 1-for-1, you'd have to be coming from ignorance. So the thing that I'm sick of is they changed something, right? Yet they still expect you to fucking buy it. Like this guy, he's like, oh, that shouldn't discourage you from getting the game. And it's like, why not? Like, not only are you changing something that I was nostalgic about, but you're doing it because you're obviously politically motivated. This also does something else in regard to female characters that I'll get into after somebody else's talks. I think somebody wants to jump in. Was that you, Wes?
And I got a little update. I might as well just put it here and get it out there. I just got to signal this. Don't buy Doritos ever again.
Doritos.
Yeah,
Don't buy Doritos
Samantha,
ever again.
the brand ambassador for Doritos and self-described pedophile Samantha Hudson openly said, "I advocate for the destruction and for the annihilation of the traditional family."
Oh God.
So I don't eat Doritos, but those of you who do, you might ought to go get the Great Value knockoffs instead. They're cheaper, and I've tasted one of them. They taste the same as the brand name. Just don't support that shit.
Ugh.
Do not support these open, critical conscious theory, critical queer theory pedophiles. Do not support them. Do not support them.
Noted.
What is wrong with people? Like, wow.
They're not people anymore. They're cognitive. They've dehumanized themselves to a horrible ideology. I'm just going to be point blank here. They dehumanize themselves to this horrid anti-philosophy and denialism of the world ideological nonsense. Oh God! This is the kind of shit you can extinct the human race with. You let it propagate unchallenged. I thought feminism was bad enough.
Oh man, I was okay. I thought you were gonna say something about the article, but it's good to know about the Doritos thing.
Yeah, now I know what to look out for.
Can I go into the female characters thing I was gonna talk about?
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, go.
Yeah, so what this does to female characters, right? In order to put this into perspective, like let's take Jade from Mortal Kombat. Since she was created, she was a character that was known for being very self-confident in what many leftists nowadays would describe as body positive, but she's hot, so it doesn't matter. She's been canonically established as a character who loves to show off her body, right? Like she likes to do that. Like what? So with companies operating this way, that's impossible now. Like female characters can't have the agency to want to show skin, to actually like wearing bikinis and short skirts and shit. Like characters like that no longer exist under this fucking banner of censorship. That's why Jade in Mortal Kombat 11 wears a fucking damn near a hazmat suit with a ninja mask.
I was about to make a joke. She was about her almost dressing up like a woman in the Middle East.
Oh, D. Basically, shit.
Inshallah. Anyway.
Yeah.
Where's
Things
that
like this
fucking
comment
meme
here at the
I had?
bottom.
Where's that fucking meme I had where it shows some anime broad getting her top removed from caught by surprise by somebody, and then immediately bleeps to a whole campfire of them going doing some Muslim dance, and it says, "Anime titties are temporary, Allah is eternal."
Comments like this last one here where it says, even with a couple gross fans online, that shouldn't dissuade anyone from picking up Final Fantasy Rebirth. Yeah, that's why I have a zero tolerance policy. Like, it's incremental. They want you to think, oh, it's just this small little thing. You should still pay the $70 because they're just going to keep doing it. They want you to reward them for removing content you might actually enjoy from the game. And it makes no sense. That's why I'm
Now
glad.
It's gonna be $85.
Stuff like this is why I'm thankful for that Sweet Baby curation group, because it's the only way the shit's gonna stop if you affect their pocket, and actively avoid when companies do things like this. Unfortunately, I'm pretty sure a bunch of people have already bought this game, because you have to look out for things like that too. That's why you wait. You wait a while before you actually buy a game, because even with games like Skullgirls, that game is like, I don't even know how old that game is. I was in high school still playing that shit, and they retroactively sent out a patch that censors the game. So you still have to look out for stuff like that.
Yeah.
And that's why I have a zero tolerance policy on fucking games. Like, if it's 1% Sweet Baby Inc. or censored, it's 100% garbage. I don't even buy it. Like, if it's not going to be given to me without propaganda or in its original form, if we're talking about a remake, I don't fucking want it. What's the point?
Yep. Anyways, gents, I'll be back. Gotta go make some medicine for I got an epileptic cat, so I gotta give him I gotta get some more medicine for the next couple days made. So
it's all good, man.
Ooh,
Are you taking off?
Good luck to that cat, man. I think he's muted.
no, I'm still here. I was about to go dip for a minute.
Oh, that's cool. We'll be here when you get back. So,
yeah.
Jesus Christ. So this next one.
Next topic.
This next one from fucking Polygon, bro. Oh my God. The Legend of Zelda. Link is a gay icon, and Zelda fans know it. The Legend of Zelda's queer themes are more than just subtext. By Samantha Puck, March 23, 2023, 9:30 a.m. Oh, man.
No, I dread the day that people like her come after Mario.
I don't even want to think about what else they could be spreading this to, man. So it says, The Legend of Zelda's beloved and iconic, I wish they put in silent protagonist, Link, is tagged in more than 17,000 pieces of fan fiction. What a fucking surprise.
No.
On
Oh my
archive
god, no.
of our own.
Don't use archive of our own, man. That does not work for this argument.
Among those stories, more than 300 are tagged with trans Link, and nearly 2,000 feature Link in a romantic relationship with Prince Sidon or Ganondorf for the enemies to lovers fans. AO3, not go ahead.
I think when most people use they go on AO3, they use the filter system to not look at that, or at least I'm hoping. I have to have some faith in humanity still. I hope people use that filter system to not look at that stuff.
Oh, they filter out all the straight content. That's what they do.
Oh my god, no.
See, this is what's crazy about this fanfic website. Immediately, my mind goes to the shipping and the romance and the gay couples. It doesn't go to anything else, because there's more than those three genres. By the way, fanfic writers, there's more than just that shit that you can write about. Or you could make some original content, like someone with actual talent. All right, that was harsh. that was kind of harsh. I'm sorry. Not really. But AO3 may not be the only metric for how many Zelda fans interpret Link as gay and or transgender, but it's one of the biggest. This is no surprise.
This is why AO3 has such a bad rep to it.
That's why fan
I was just saying, and this is why AO3 is known for having such a bad rep. If Tumblr didn't exist, or Deviant, or whatever those other sites are, that AO3 and FanficNet would be even more tainted by people like her.
Oh, Jesus. There is no surprise, as fans have been speculating on Link's gender and sexuality since at least 2009. though realistically he's been on the minds of queer players since The Legend of Zelda was first released in Japan in 1986. Wasn't the first Legend of Zelda like in pixel form? I got the classic collections disc. Yeah, the likelihood of that is low. Anyway, Polygon Zeldathon. Nintendo hasn't outright denied rumors that Link is queer, leaving the door open.
They don't even need to entertain that.
Leaving the door open for further fan interpretation. This shit happens every time, dude. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. Dude, Poison from Street Fighter. Everyone swears up and down that character's supposed to be trans. She is not. The creator has already said that the character was meant to be female, and people still try to fight that shit, and they want that character to be trans so bad. Same thing with Bridget. But in the case of Poison, literally, if you go to Japan, Poison is listed as female, bro, in like almost all the media. She's female. But here, it's left up to interpretation. No, it shouldn't be a discussion because it's fucking stupid. The character was originally meant to be female, and I won't get into the history of how I know this because it kind of derails a little bit, but not really because it's still on the topic of LGBT bullshit. But the point is, it's dumb. Like, what does this have to do with video games? Like, what is it? Why do we care whether or not Link's gay, which he's not? He's obviously not, but whatever. Like, why do we care? Leaving the door open for further fan interpretation. For decades, heteronormativity has forced queer people to exist on the fringes of society, including within the media we consume. In art, it's common to see queer-coded monsters and especially queer-coded villains, particularly because of how the Hays Code prohibited depictions of homosexuality on screen. Queerness has historically been...
I'm sorry, but I never looked at a Legend of Zelda and saw Ganondorf and thought, yep, he's gay.
I didn't think about any of that. I didn't think about any of that. I didn't think about relationships in any form when I played The Legend of Zelda, like at all.
The only thing I thought of when playing, I'll be back again in a minute, but I'll be back again in a couple. But the only thing I thought of when I played Legend of Zelda: The Adventure Link got to the end was, man, he's gonna tear that princess's ass up.
Okay, I didn't think of that at all. But okay.
Oh God!
I mean, they were sucking face at the drop of the curtain. It might as well have happened.
I don't know what you were thinking. I don't know how old you were when you played The Legend of Zelda, but that's not what the fuck
I'm playing Legend. I was talking about Legend of Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, the very second game.
The perks done tore little Cuzzo's ass up.
And I don't. Let me tell you something. If you're thinking about Ganon's cock, you're gay. Sorry, you're gay.
What?
You are fucking gay.
What the fuck? Where did this come from?
Because I overheard what you were talking about.
You overheard what I said.
I just thought I'd ad lib some more to it, and hopefully it works. Now enough with the dick jokes. I gotta go finish up. I'll be back.
Oh God!
Not in that way, you perv.
No, that was one for the road. That was one for the road. I caught it. Oh my God! Queerness has historically been. Go ahead. You had something to say?
No. I was telling you to go.
Queerness has historically been labeled a form of depravity, and queer rights continue to be under threat today. I'm gonna ignore that last part. As anti-LGBTQ legislation skyrocketed in 2022. Given this history and political climate, as well as the propensity, what does any of this shit have to do with The Legend of Zelda as a video game franchise? This is the shit we're talking about. What is...
Nothing. It's a delusional headcanon. I've heard way better headcanons in other fandoms, but this is just ridiculous.
Some headcanon is actually really good because it actually takes from things the story shows you, and that's how people end up being right about shit. because they actually see they see shit in the story and they're like, okay, based on this, and this, we can conclude this. They could be wrong, they could be right. I don't have a problem with those people, but the shippers and the fucking queer coded, they're secretly gay and all this shit. I don't respect them. They ruin everything. Get them away. Get them away from your fucking fandom as fast as you can. Moving on. Given this history and political climate, as well as the propensity for fans to hold fast to their theories regardless of confirmed canon, look at the pot calling the kettle, bro. Zelda fans have come up with countless queer interpretations of the iconic character. This became especially apparent during the lead up to The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Literally, no one was thinking about that when Breath of the Wild was coming out.
I didn't hear
Nobody.
I didn't hear a mumbling fucking word about Link's secret gay romance or trans Link. None of that shit. None of it. Prior to the game's release in 2017, there were rumors that players would have the option to choose between girl or boy Link. Oh man, aren't we lucky that didn't come to pass? In a 2016 interview with Time, Zelda producer E.G. Oinuma, I'm sorry, Japanese people, I butchered that, addressed these rumors after it was confirmed that Breath of the Wild would again feature a masculine Link. His responses point to seemingly intentional ambiguity around Link's identity markers. What?
What the hell?
Okay, whatever. Or maybe he's normal and he sees that Lynx looks like a dude and he knows he's a dude, but whatever. Back during the Ocarina of Time days, you had something to say?
I was just going to say, I hope so.
Yeah, I hope so. Back during the Ocarina of Time days, I wanted Link to be gender neutral. I wanted that. I don't even think that's what he meant, by the way, but I mean, it fits their narrative, so whatever. If he said that, he definitely didn't mean it in the way they interpreted it. Anyway, I wanted the player to think maybe Link is a boy or a girl. If you saw Link as a guy, he'd have more of a feminine... What? If you saw Link as a guy, he'd have more of a feminine touch, or vice versa. If you related to Link as a girl, it was with more of a masculine aspect. What? Oh, what? Is this a recent interview? This gotta be a recent interview.
Oh, the article's from 2023, so
no,
how recent are we talking?
I mean recent in the sense like within the last fucking 5 years. Because this doesn't, okay.
I don't know.
No, like I was thinking this was an interview from like a long time ago. It couldn't have been. Go ahead. What were you saying?
I was gonna say, I mean, based on the quote, he might be talking about like reminiscing back in the like old days of Ocarina of Time, but
I mean, yeah, but
I don't think he's exactly saying that was the intention for this game.
No, what I'm saying is, if this if this interview was taken any time within the last 5 years, I mean, I can't trust it because similar things have happened with things that don't even involve like identity politics, right? A creator has a firm stance on something, and then the fringe minority of a certain fan base chimp out and bully him until he takes another interview and fucking says what they want him to say. We've seen this in Smash Brothers. We've seen this with Poison and Street Fighter, where the creator of Smash Bros. Is like, oh, it's more of a party game than a fighting game, and they foamed at the mouth until he said, oh, well, I guess it is kind of a fighting game. And then now they take that shit and run with it, even though he clearly had a different thing in mind prior. Same thing happened with Poison. And what I'm trying to say is, how the fuck do we know that's not happening with this quote right here? I don't know if that's not happening, so I can't really trust it. But I mean, we just read it, so whatever. I mean, I don't believe he actually believes this, is what I'm saying. Did any of that make sense?
Yeah, no, I got it. I think it's the problem is that well, I don't want to say author, but I don't want to say writer. Okay, but the person who wrote this article, the woman who wrote this article, clearly intentionally did not put dates on that quote or anything to specify which interview. And that's in that bit to purposely throw us off, in my opinion.
I mean, that could be the case,
Deliberate.
but I don't believe he actually thought that shit back in the Ocarina of Time days. I just find it hard to believe. Very hard to believe, because if you look at Link in Ocarina of Time, he's very clearly male, and he does not look the least bit feminine at all. His voice ain't even feminine. Even when he's a little boy, he don't sound feminine. He sounds like a little boy. Whatever. Anyway, I really want Aonuma told Time. I really wanted the designer to encompass more of a gender neutral figure. Whatever. During the development of Twilight Princess, I went a different route and created a version of Link that was more masculine. But after Twilight Princess, I went back to the drawing board and decided Link should be a more gender neutral character. Aonuma continued. Hence, I created the version of Link that you see in Breath of the Wild. As far as gender goes, Link is definitely a male. Okay, no shit. But I wanted to create a character where anybody would be able to relate to the character. You can relate to someone who's not. You can relate to someone who's not male as a guy. You can do that. Like, why do people think the human experience is like the universal one is limited to
Totally
gender
based.
or anything, like limited to race, gender, religion? Go ahead. My bad.
I was like, yeah, people do come together based off like having like superficial similarities, like
Yeah, commonalities. Yeah, of course.
like I know a lot of Hispanics tend to come together just because they speak the same language, or like they're the only ones in, let's say, a classroom with the same skin and like the same language or whatever. Like, yeah, that does happen.
Finally,
but
I'm back. Got
the
all
greater,
that
the whole, but like the greater, bit of what unites people goes beyond that.
Yeah,
It's like eventually people can like actually work together if you just give them an incentive that goes beyond the skin.
You know what's crazy is that
Or,
I literally. My bad. You finish first.
It goes beyond the skin and the nether region, but
What's crazy is that I literally did a video on why I think relatability of character is overblown. I didn't even think about this part. Relatability is often used as a Trojan horse to slip in propaganda or some bullshit that no one really cares about. Like, I didn't even think about this. Relatability is often used as a Trojan horse for hidden agendas. Like this shit here, I want anyone to be able to relate to the character. It's like they have to be the same skin color, sex, religion. It's just stupid. It's like that diversity and inclusivity shit. What does it really mean? What does relatability really mean?
it also comes into a point where not every character necessarily has to be relatable.
No,
like, I'm
they
sure
don't.
not
They
a lot
could
of people.
They could just be cool. Like, you could just like a character's personality. You could just like seeing the interactions of an alien on Earth and being completely fucking ignorant, like a fish out of water. They can eat bugs and live in the fucking dirt, and you still find them funny or whatever. You don't have to relate to a character to like, enjoy, or be entertained by them. You don't. This shit is overrated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had a relation joke. I'd rather not Jack just yet.
Oh no.
Oh boy.
Y'all already know what I'm getting at.
Yeah. Oh, I was gonna say, but like, Superman's like a popular example. And I know there was like a lot of discussion how like Superman isn't relatable or whatever, some kind of BS, or back when people wanted to use Superman for like subversion or some, for whatever BS and things like that. I like to ground him, make him relatable and all that. But like, it's like, yeah, I could almost back then I could see the mindset, but like, if I go back and watch like the old Superman movie, I could see that I didn't really need to relate to him. I just enjoyed him for what he stood for, and the era that he comes from.
To be honest, I didn't hear the argument that Superman wasn't relatable. It was more that Superman was boring, and I could see that side of the argument too. Superman is a lot more interesting when you humanize him. So people saying that Superman is not relatable, they're just not. I don't see how they come to that conclusion, because when you look at Clark Kent, he's very relatable, like very. Part of his experience, like learning to be human, might not be relatable. Well, it might be to some, but go ahead.
Yeah, it's like I've heard arguments like along with in line with the whole boring thing was because people didn't people say they can't relate to him or whatever because he's so powerful and super powerful with like so little drawbacks or whatever. The whole Superman is too OP argument to be interesting.
Yeah, and that can happen. That can happen. It's happening with Dragon Ball Super. But like I said,
well, yeah, that's Dragon Ball Super. But I mean, like, I just feel like it doesn't always apply. That's what I'm trying to say.
What? No, it doesn't. But the power creep problem could be a thing. Damn it, we derailed hard. Anyway,
oh, my bad.
Nah, you're good. But it was about relatability. But anyway, Link's gender neutral or androgynous design in Breath of the Wild is complicated. For example, there is a quest in which Link has to dress in drag in order to enter the desert city of Gerudo Town. So here's the thing. So okay. How do I ask this? Is every time a dude cross dresses drag is
that what we're going with here?
Wait,
that's what I'm saying. That's exactly like, so every time a dude puts on a dress, it's drag. Like, that's not a specific thing.
I mean, I thought drag was like if they were really trying to be, gay or queer, whatever. Like, the only times I've seen, at least in fiction, anytime I see a dude put on a dress, it's either for like comedic effect or he's trying to put on a disguise for like a mission or something.
That's literally what Link is doing. He's putting on a disguise, like the Gerudo Town, the all-female desert women, right? Kind of like the Amazonian race of Hyrule, kind of. Except that
also,
so it's like that's not necessarily drag. That's just
it's called blending in. It's called disguising yourself. It's called fucking doing what you can to get it where you need to go. Called cross-dressing. Ever heard of that, motherfucker?
God damn it, bro! Like,
and shit. I mean, I guess Link was so confident in his masculinity that he was willing to have the balls to put on a dress to do what he needed to do.
Bring that up too. How the fuck is he androgynous? He doesn't have titties. He's got pecs. He's got musculature.
I guess he's androgynous because he has a feminine hair gene, because it's that easy to look like a woman. Just be a man with a feminine hair gene. Whatever.
By that logic, a lot of rock stars from the 80s are basically women then, because they had long, beautiful hair back then.
Odinson is a woman.
It makes a lot of sense if you just don't fucking think about it.
Exactly. Obviously, he's doing this to infiltrate the Gerudo stronghold. Like, that's what he's doing it for. So listen to this, right? There is a quest in which Link has to dress in drag in order to enter the desert city of Gerudo Town. Only women are allowed within the town's walls, so to speak, to its leader and get what Link needs to fight Thunderblight Ganon. Link has to present as a woman. To get the right clothes, Link has to track down a man who snuck into Gerudo Town. The person he meets is wearing traditional Gerudo dress, but after he confirms her identity and then literally squints at her face and body, the dialogue prompt either allows him to compliment her beauty or declare that she's actually a man. Essentially, the quest forces Link to clock a trans woman. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Clock a trans woman, which is often what precedes anti-trans violence. What the fuck?
That is such a leap in logic.
It's anti-logic. It's denialism of logic.
This is brain rot. Like, something's wrong with this ideology.
Does fiction really rot people's brains?
This is a disease, bro. This is a disease of the mind.
This is spiritual and mental molestation.
This quest, my god. This quest fails trans Zelda fans in major ways. But much of Aonuma's denial that Link is gay, it also presents players with an opportunity. Dude, I did not know this article would be this bad.
How did you not think that based off the title alone?
I didn't know what to expect. They can choose to queer the game after completing this quest by adding more femme clothes to Link's wardrobe, which unlock in multiple colors once you enter the town and donning them as often as they like. Player choice proves Link is gay, guys. Like, what the fuck?
Oh my god.
Okay,
by that logic, I guess Mulan is actually a fucking
she's a man.
lesbian then, but disguising herself as a man. Whoop they fucking do, everyone.
She's a trans.
Jesus Christ.
Other costumes.
I guess Mulan is trans now.
That reminds me of a post made by Dad Jokes Twitter.
I'll make a man out of you was supposed to be metaphorical, bro.
Right. But this reminds me of that joke. My friend, 10 years. When we what was it again? Oh yeah, my friend ran out of the front door of the building we was at and screamed, "It's a boy!" with tears down his eyes.
Oh yeah,
It's been 10 years and we've never been back to Thailand since, or something like that. Still,
God.
I think I missed something there.
Nah, Thailand is known for lady
bitches
boys.
with dicks. It's known for its chicks with dicks.
Other costumes.
What?
Oh my God, we're not doing this. We're not doing this. Yo, explain it in the back or something.
Just DM me.
Yeah, other
just DM
costumes are less intentionally feminine, but there's also a distinct absence of hyper-masculine imagery. There's a distinct absence of hyper-masculine imagery. Yeah, what about Ganondorf's armor? You can get Ganondorf's armor and a mask that's literally a skull with horns on it. If that's not hyper-masculine imagery, I don't know what the fuck is.
I'm like, isn't that dude like the biggest fucking being in the game?
No, I'm not even talking about Ganon himself. Like the armor you can get in Breath of the Wild, the fucking centaur enemies, whose name escapes me. I forgot what they're called, but that's not hyper masculine. Fuck it. Anyway, like you might see in Red Dead Redemption or even Metroid. Metroid has hyper masculine imagery. Whatever. Wherein male heroes are either super muscular or tall and wiry, and their costumes emphasize their bodies. Yeah, this is just wrong. This is just an incorrect assessment of Breath of the Wild. There's plenty of armor that accentuates Link's masculine features. Yo, this article is a sickness. It sees what it wants to see. This is the difference between hallucination and vision. Like this right here. This is the thin line. They are firmly on the hallucination side of that bitch. Firmly. Of course, Link's androgyny also follows a very specific and limited interpretation of the term. In the fashion world, androgyny is often used as a label for thin, white, able-bodied, AFAB people who wear masculine clothing. However, androgyny is practiced by people of every size, race, and body type. Many people who present as androgynous, especially if they identify as non-binary or genderqueer, argue for fashion to be ungendered. To that end, a video game character wearing a bra and trousers with a sparkly veil should be able to claim androgyny as easily as a fat model wearing a flannel shirt and short shorts. Be neither presentation. What?
By this stupid leap in logic, everyone in Harry Potter that used the Polyjuice potion is androgynous or trans or whatever.
It's not even making sense. Like, not that it ever was, but it's making less sense as I keep reading. But neither presentation should be the only definition of the term. Throughout Zelda history, Link is most often portrayed in a tunic and tights, which is apparently how Nintendo defines androgynous. What? Breath of the Wild offers a more robust but still nebulously gendered wardrobe. Link dressing in drag is also just one example of queerness in Breath of the Wild. Another is his very flirtatious banter with Prince Sidon, who is widely considered to be a queer-coded character on his own. Although Link has to rescue Sidon's sister from the divine beast Varuda, it's clear that there's an emotional connection between these two men as well. Bromance doesn't exist anymore. It's all gay. It's all secretly gay romances now. There's no bromance anymore.
God forbid two dudes are like genuinely best friends now. God, nope, they're gay now.
Nah, they're gay now. They're gay.
God forbid they're actual brothers.
They
that
deep
means
throat
it's
each
just
other
incest.
now. It's official,
Bro
apparently, according to these fucks.
Sidon calls Link his best friend and repeatedly talks about how much he believes in Link. So that clearly means he's gay because he called Link his best friend. My God. He even carries Link to Varuda on his own back, which makes it feel as if the characters are handling the first part of the boss fight together with mutual trust and physical intimacy. Even if it's not canonically romantic. Yeah, these people are fucking... Oh my God.
They're fucking sick. And they
There's
have gay fantasies, and they're...
Go ahead.
They have gay fantasies about these characters. Now they're admitting it. But they're claiming, no, this is legit, I swear. On top of that. Like, pure what the fuck.
This is a screenshot of Link riding on the back of Sidon because, you know, Sidon's a fish man and he swims better and is faster, saying best of luck. And they call this shit while Link is basically holding on to him like he's a horse. They call this physical intimacy.
This is just fabricating shit, you know, looking for something to call gay at this point.
Man, how the desperation.
Yes. The relationship between Sidon and Link has been explored in all kinds of fan works. Of course it has, since the game was released, including fan fiction ranging from a few thousand to hundreds of thousands of words per story, as well as mature comics and plenty of spicy fan art. For now, the ambiguity of Link's gender and relationships allows players to make what they will of this characterization.
There is no fucking ambiguity.
Can I please let me finish?
I just want to say something that Toast quoted in the chat. I think this was in relation to that Mulan joke.
What'd she say?
Toast said, "I'll make a real man out of you."
Oh my God.
Oh no.
Let me get through the rest of this shit. We're almost to the promised land, guys.
There is no promised land.
Take us home.
We're almost to the RAPE dungeons, and we gotta go purge it out. I got the cobalt missiles. I'm ready to fire them. Just say when.
For now, the ambiguity of Link's gender and relationships allows players to make what they will of his characterization and story. Nintendo's androgynous designs leave room for players to choose how they identify with Link or other potentially queer characters in the franchise like Sheik, Ocarina of Time, and produce fan content that aligns with their views. Though Nintendo insists Link is both straight and cisgender, fans have explained the Zelda universe with LGBTQIA plus characters and queer readings of Zelda games. Bro, this is literally what they do.
Yeah.
This is literally
how many
what they
more
do.
letters are they gonna add to that?
This is what the fuck they do, bro.
We
know the company and the creator of this character. We know the company and creator of this character / video game says one thing, but fuck them. I reject your reality and substitute my own. Oh yeah, screenshot from Adam. Happy Pride Month. Here is a list of indisputably queer characters in the Legend of Zelda series.
Well, there's a couple of characters I could easily say are probably queer mode, but it's not confirmed. A couple. There are a couple. But
I mean, they do make jokes about it, like Tingle's one of them, but he's obvious. Like, we're not talking about the obvious characters. We're talking about people who see something where it doesn't exist. Like, I'm pretty sure they did a joke with Tingle where he's actually straight. I don't remember where it's from. I don't know. I don't remember right off, but Tingle's clearly a joke.
I can't say.
I can't either. I don't remember. Anyway. On May 12, Nintendo will release The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. That, obviously, at the time of me reading this, that's already been out, which picks up directly after the events of Breath of the Wild. So far, footage indicates the same artistic style and open world concept, meaning the latest version of Link gets to continue his journey, during which he's seemingly become more identifiably queer. His hair is different and almost resembles a mullet, which is a style that has become synonymous with queerness. Double Dragon,
Why?
Billy and Jimmy
I guess I'm the biggest fag on the. I guess I'm the biggest butt slammer on the planet because my hair is naturally fucking like a mullet. Fucking shoot me while we're at it. Just kill me.
I hope the algorithm didn't. I hope the algorithm doesn't pick that up.
It's okay. We'll help you fight off your cancel attempts.
Even if Link is never canonically identified as gay or trans, fan content for The Legend of Zelda is everywhere, and queer fans especially seem to produce content in droves.
I'm pretty sure most fan content out there doesn't actually have anything to do with Link's quote unquote queerness. I'm pretty sure most
I
fan
can confirm
content.
this. Usually he's getting paired off with either that girl from Lon Lon Ranch, or Zelda, or Midna, or one of them other gals, because he's an unironic cunt destroyer. Let's be blunt here. So let's not deny that he's a snatch bandit.
He's straight. We got it. Okay? He's straight. We got it.
Yo,
I'm trying to think of some more spicy uses of the same phrases.
I'm so glad, bro. I'm so glad I read this article because of the last paragraph here. Well, it's not the last one, but whatever. Even if, this is the point I was trying to make with those other examples, even if Link is never canonically identified as gay or trans, fan content for The Legend of Zelda is everywhere, and queer fans especially seem to produce content in droves. From the thousands of fan fiction stories on AO3 to academic articles exploring queer themes in the franchise to fan art depicting Link and Prince Sidon in both wholesome and horny but decidedly romantic contexts, it's clear that Nintendo's opinion on the matter doesn't much matter. Exactly. That's my point right there. It doesn't matter what you do. Whatever the fringe minority wants, they will assert it aggressively, no matter what.
You know,
it doesn't matter what the creator says.
You know, it's funny how this article
OG fans say.
Yeah. You know, this is why. That's why leftists hate Hopper, because he was right. You know, physical removal is the proper thing.
You know,
and people have the nerve to say
I just want to note.
Go ahead, Soups. My bad.
I was just gonna say, I just want to note. Oh yes, this article basically straight up says the creator's opinion doesn't matter. And, you know, substitute my reality. But also, I bet she will be the same type of person that will cheer, celebrate, sing "Kumbaya" if an actual creator actually forced two of their characters to basically pull a Ruby. If you know what I'm talking about.
I actually don't remember what happened with Ruby.
They made Blake and Yang a couple, even though they were kind of, like, basically straight from like the first 3 seasons.
Yeah.
But because the fan base got so crazy and so on the creators' ass to make them lesbians, they just finally gave up and did it.
They did the same thing with Legend of Korra. A lot of people who disagree with those
and Legend of Korra, of course.
Queer baiting.
I blame Legend of Korra because I think that was the first domino to fall to basically kickstart where we're at now.
To be fair, I think decisions like this predate this era. If I'm being honest, like, I think it predates this era, but it's undoubtedly more prevalent. There's a correction here in this article. Correction, May 22. A previous version of the story incorrectly contextualized a quote from a 2015 interview with Kotaku in which What'd you say?
I was just helping you out with that. My bad.
Oh, you're good. It says a previous version of this story incorrectly contextualized a quote from a 2015 interview with Kotaku in which Zelda producer Eiji Aonuma said, "Tingle is not gay, he's just an odd person." Okay, so I'm guessing I was right about that. What did they say? The quote has been removed from the story. Okay. I don't know what that proves, but whatever.
This is what we call reaching.
I guess it proves he wasn't gay.
Revisionist history.
Right, this is what we call reaching till you break your arms off.
You know what's crazy? I thought this would be the worst article that we find. I highly doubt this one will top what we just read, but you can't say I didn't try. Oh my god.
We might just get let's just dive into this. Let's just get this over with, please.
Bluey becomes most streamed show, ending Suits streak, plus this year's other most popular titles. Top line. The animated children's show Bluey was the most streamed show across any streaming platform in November with 3.8 billion viewing minutes across the month. New Nielsen data shows unseating the reign of legal drama Suits that racked up tens of billions of viewing minutes to claim the title over the 4 months prior. I should watch Suits. I haven't heard anything about it, but I've always been interested because I like legal dramas, crime dramas, and things like that, detective stories. I should check it out. Anyway. Screenshot of the Bluey balloon over the Thanksgiving Day parade. Whatever. Key facts. Bluey, which streams on Disney Plus, oh god, was the most streamed show in November, followed by Grey's Anatomy on Netflix with 3.7 billion minutes. Suits on both Netflix and Peacock with 3.3 billion minutes across both platforms, and Friends on Max, which was watched for 3 billion minutes. The new data marks a drop-off and a surge in popularity of Suits, starring Gabriel Macht, Patrick Adams, and Meghan Markle. Excuse me. Sorry if I butchered Gabriel's last name. I don't know if I pronounced that right. Which ended in 2019 but enjoyed 4 months at the top of the streaming charts when it hit Netflix for the first time in July. Suits became Netflix's most watched show that it acquired as opposed to produced itself, with 3.1 billion minutes viewed in a single week. Nielsen reported and joined a list of titles like You, Gilmore Girls, and Schitt's Creek that enjoyed a delayed popularity boost after hitting the streamer. Other shows that earned the most streamed title this year include action drama series SWAT on Hulu, Netflix, and Paramount Plus, which was viewed for nearly 5 billion minutes to claim the title in June. Queen Charlotte, a Bridgerton story on Netflix, was the most watched streaming show in May with 5.4 billion minutes. And The Night Agent and Love is Blind were April's most streamed shows, though Nielsen did not release by-minute data for those titles. Fuck it. This is long. Outer Banks was the most streamed show in March with 4.7 billion minutes on Netflix, and New Amsterdam racked up 4.6 billion viewing minutes on Netflix and Peacock in February. Nielsen's January report did not name a most streamed title for the month. Key background. Bluey was commissioned by Australian Broadcasting Corporation, ABC, and British Broadcasting Corporation, BBC, as a show for preschool-aged viewers. It debuted on Australia's ABC Kids in 2018, and Disney picked up the international rights in 2019. The show follows a puppy named Bluey and her family, as well as her Dalmatian best friend Chloe, Labrador, neighbor Lucky, and Border Collie Mackenzie, a friend from school. The series premiered on Disney Junior in the United States in 2019 and was added to Disney Plus in 2020. A seal of approval from Common Sense Media and general critical acclaim has led to mass success for the show, which in 2019 became the most downloaded program in the history of ABC's video on demand service. BBC Studios in July attributed its record $2.7 billion in annual revenue to thriving brands like Bluey and Dancing with the Stars. Ireland's national Public Service Media, RTE, reports that Australian company Moose Toys attributed a 25% bump in annual revenue entirely to Bluey merchandise after it secured the contract to make toys based on the show. So, like...
Okay.
Damn it, I thought there was a point to this. I thought Bluey was doing some, like, wild shit or
Well,
something.
like, I'll be honest, man. I thought it was gonna be something else.
Me too. I thought... When I looked up... Damn, I'm sorry about that. When I looked up the...
Wow.
I thought they were doing some weird shit.
I think they're talking about a different topic.
Okay. Yeah. Hang on. Yeah. Read that for nothing.
Wow.
Nah, there is something going on with Bluey. I just thought this ain't the...
Yeah, I pinged you on it back in the chat about it.
Yeah.
But I think you got...
Go ahead, what'd you say?
I said, yeah, I was just saying I pinged you on it back on the other chat, but I think you just found a different topic altogether.
Okay, yeah, I found one that actually he talks about. Yeah, that's okay. This is the weird. This is the weird thing they're doing. I was like, "What the fuck? What? There's nothing here."
Are we gonna have to edit out that because we just read a filler article?
Nah. I mean, this next one is gonna be what we're actually talking about. I'll just take the L on that one. Anyway.
I hope this. Although we're reading this one.
No, we're reading this one. This is the real topic. Bluey's studio will now do a new show about a boy on the cusp of sexual awakening. Yeah, and this is a kid's show. Move over, Bluey.
I'm gonna be real honest. I hope this is fake.
I'm hoping it's fake too, but I can't be certain because we've seen kids shows covered
go full
like this,
like we've seen kids shows go full pro groomer, like
we've seen it. Like Blue's Clues is like one of those.
Blue's Clues, all that hurts.
Oh, that one, yeah, that one really hurt. I thought, Skittles had the fucking pride flag all over them, and I think it had those MAP colors on the flag at one point. I'm like, oh fuck.
Skittles?
Well, it's a good thing I don't fucking eat Skittles. Forgot all there were soda brands that were doing it. I'm like, well, it's a good thing I don't drink soda. The fuck?
Move over, Bluey.
Wow,
were you done?
I was just gonna say, wow, it's so much for holding my Bud Light.
Nah.
Well, you better off brewing your own shit, really.
Move over, Bluey.
All right, go on, Kaine.
Yeah, move over, Bluey. It seems that the studio behind the family-friendly show about dogs and their friends is now heading into PG to PG-13 territory with a new show that they want to make about a 15-year-old boy who is soon going to get the hots for another boy who moves into town.
Oh, God.
Ludo Studios.
This was the one.
Yeah, Ludo Studios, the people behind the Bluey, will join forces with Mad Ones and Sadman Studio to create new show, Willie. Okay. This story is going to skew to a much older audience and focus on the sexual awakening of a 15-year-old, according to Animation Magazine.
Jesus
Willie.
Fucking Christ on a unicycle.
Willie, 10 by 24 from Ludo Studio, Mad Ones and Sadman Studio. It's a coming-of-age animated series. It's 2003. A 15-year-old Willie is on the cusp of a sexual awakening, which would be great if he wasn't stuck in the rural sugarcane farming town of Toei.
Of course it's a rural. It's gonna be a big town. Of course it is.
Willie's only salvation is his colorful imagination and the cast of fantastical friends who inhabit it, including razor-tongued rescue cat Beverly, Beverly, and a scornful op shop portrait of the Virgin Mary. But soon, The arrival of hot new neighbor Jack threatens to bust Willie's carefully constructed inner world wide open. The phrasing. Changing the lives of Toei locals forever. This comes after recent news that Bluey would have a 28-minute episode called The Sign. And then Ludo Studios was going to take a break from the popular Blue Dog to recharge. Apparently, they are recharging with a scornful op shop portrait of the Virgin Mary, a rescue cat named Beverly, and a 15-year-old who is going to get the
Wait, what was that bit about the Virgin Mary?
They're recharging with a scornful op shop portrait of the Virgin Mary. I don't know what op shop means, honestly. I don't know what that means.
What the heck? Let me. What the heck? I'm gonna look that up right now.
Yeah, Google that term. I have no idea what it means. A rescue cat named Beverly and a 15-year-old who is going to get the hots for a new neighbor and have a sexual awakening. The series is being created. Go ahead. What is it? What does it mean?
Oh, sorry. Apparently it's an op shop is a shop that sells clothes and other goods given by people to raise money for a charity. So what the heck does that mean in this context?
The portrait of the Virgin Mary is being hung in an op shop. I guess he frequents that place, and there's a photo of the Virgin Mary somewhere.
Is that
because
supposed
of
to be
course
like
they
a
have
dig at
to
Christians or something?
Yes, he's going to be challenged because he's gay and he's in a Christian town and
Oh, okay. I
that's
get
gotta
it.
be
Yep,
what it's alluding
okay.
to. That has to be what the fuck it's alluding to. Anyway, the series is being created by Samuel Lightendor, and his husband Bradley Tennant. Excuse me. Well, at least it doesn't get boring over there at Ludo Studios. Parents, you don't have to worry. There will still be reruns of Bluey. You can find the show on Disney Plus. I don't think the Bluey crowd will be old enough to watch this new show anytime soon. What do you think? Comment and let us know.
I mean, wait, like, thanks for not showing it to the babies, I guess. What am I? What
It's gonna be for PG and PG-13, man. Still weird.
But like, why PG though?
I don't know. I just don't get why they're doing this with a kid show. Like, it's derivative of an actual kid show. I don't. Why?
Again, if you want to know why, it's not that hard. Just go look up Gail Rubin's book, Thinking Sex. It's even out in archives everywhere. If you want to see why, read some of that.
I just hope that this article is a bait and that we just got bamboozled. Because if this is real, dear God.
I doubt it. I highly doubt it, man. That they've been more open about it. They, like I said, they've already put this in kids shows. They put it in kids content in general. Like, remember Enter the Spider-Verse with the fucking protect trans kids and the trans flag and the trans allegory and Gwen I almost called her Gwenpool. Gwen Stacy is trans.
Yeah, some people really lost their minds over that, and the movie itself wasn't even alluding to that.
No, the thing is, her costume was white. Her costume was white, pink, and teal because those are feminine colors, and I know that that's not what it's alluding to because her character was conceptualized long before this,
And she's always been like straighter than an arrow. So like, what the hell?
This is the incrementalism I'm talking about. Like, why do they? What? It's just weird. It's just weird how it's never like these coming of age stories are like extremely inappropriate and like not even appropriate for the age group they target, really.
Well, I can only say the same shit so many times, so I won't repeat myself that much more. So
Yeah, we get you. We get what you mean, Wes.
Oh, I thought he was gonna say something.
It's just, I think we know what he's gonna say. That's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, I get it. I get you.
What's our
These
time
fucking
looking
monsters.
like? Oh, we're pretty much coming. I hate Gen Zs. Is this a Gen Z problem? I mean, like, is this happening because of Gen Z?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
My bad. I was reading our chat.
I feel like this was a problem. Like, at least, didn't millennials have this problem too? But like almost, but like more so on the down low or something like that.
Who was?
Or did it blow? Oh no, did it blow up way before then?
Who? Or what?
Aren't we referring to all this?
Oh, you're talking about this ideology?
Yeah, the ideology.
It would have blown up sometime around like 2015, 2016. Oh, like everything blew up in 2016.
Like, was it the Gen Zs in 2015 and 16 that started, or was it the generation before?
I don't think it was Gen Z.
That's what I'm trying to say. I don't think Gen Z was the one that started it.
Or if it was, it wasn't only
victims.
them. It wasn't only them. Hang on. Rudy Smith says every video game has a flag of sexuality. What the fuck did that have to do with the post-apocalypse or whatever? Yeah, like you see man, that shit kills me. Is
he talking about Fallout?
It's literally a zombie apocalypse or a nuclear apocalypse, and we still make time to show a trans flag or a gay flag or rainbow symbolism, and it's just like they just put it wherever it doesn't make any sense.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty sure most of those people would kind of stop caring about that when most of the human population is dying.
Yeah, most of those things stop mattering once it's life or death, and like you have to depend on the person next to you in order to survive. You see it a lot in wartime. Like if you've ever seen like that's actually how a lot of the like black platoons and black service members got past like the racial tension with their white counterparts and vice versa, because they fought and died next to each other. So yeah, like it's proven that those things stop mattering, and like people wouldn't be trying to save symbolism. You know what I mean?
They wouldn't.
It's so weird. But the reason why we cover this is to encourage you guys to look for alternatives. And the reason why I wanted to cover the Steam group that's showing people Sweet Baby Inc. is involved in the games is because they're doing what we've been trying to do for not just us, but everyone else has been trying to do forever. But for some reason, it's taken until now for people to actually start listening. How many followers does that fucking Steam thread have? Like 14,000? It only has 14,000 people following it, I believe. But like, it should become common practice that you should develop a zero tolerance policy for shit like this. Whether it's video games, movies, TV, any facet of entertainment, you should just go look for it outside of Hollywood, outside of AAA studios. And pretty much at this point, you should only be messing with retro or indie. Because that's the only way you're actually going to get escapism fulfilled. And hopefully, we'll actually be able to get into one such alternative next episode, because it completely slipped my mind. And I'm kind of sick because I was excited about that trailer. If you guys are familiar with Critical Drinker, he has something being produced right now, and I plan on covering it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I plan on covering it along with you know what? I want to cover alternative media, period. But the only thing that's really popping right now is like comic books. That's really it.
Yeah, comic books and well, no, I wouldn't say novels. Maybe
no.
The novels,
the Kickstarter campaigns that are being highlighted. The last like Kickstarter or crowdfund campaign involving novels I heard of that people were chatting about was with Brandon Sanderson. That's the last one. Like,
oh yeah, but I wouldn't say Brandon Sanderson is like an independent or anything like that.
Nah, I think he is. I'm pretty sure he is. I would have to fact check that, but I'm pretty fucking sure that was the hype behind his crowdfunding success, him being independent, or a part of the hype anyway.
I would need more info on that because I'm used to most of his. Because I always thought like all of his like books and materials were just traditionally published with companies and all that.
Okay, Rudy Smith did give us some clarification. He says, as Generation X starts to retire from media production, we have the millennials taking over. Gen Z is not in a position to have, directorial guidance. 90% of the time, it will get worse. I mean, yeah, I have to remember, not all Zoomers are created equal. Not all.
There's two. We're in an age where there's two different sets of Zoomers now.
Yeah, there definitely is. But anyway,
that's crazy, man. That's just crazy.
You guys have any final thoughts before we wrap it up? Because we're coming up on 2 hours 14 minutes, and we've covered 4 topics. God, I keep saying 6. It's because I had 6 tabs open.
4.
It was 4
man. 4.
Hey,
4.
It's been pretty good actually. You meant when I said what I didn't quite hear you when I said you're better off brewing your own. You said what did you reply with me with, Soups?
What?
I said you're better off brewing your own stuff. What did you say to that?
Oh, yeah. I was just saying like I wanted to make a joke about so much for Hold My Bud Light.
Yeah, that's what you said. So much for Hold My Bud Light.
What's the new moniker for Skittles gonna be? Because I think Taste the Rainbow now has a different meaning.
Oh no.
Honk honk. Christ. Yeah. I was also talking about soda too, by the way.
Oh yeah. You mentioned brewing your own soda, yeah.
Right. There's a website called Seed to Pantry, and you can learn how to start out doing your own shit like that there. And hell, you could actually make a diabetic-friendly grape soda out of grape juice. It's not that hard, actually.
Wait, to get diabetic?
Isn't it just carbonated grape juice?
Well, you're using yeast to carbonate it. The majority of the yeast will eat the sugar. The yeast will eat the majority of the sugar in order to basically.
Anyway, I think we're good to sign off. Yeah, we're at 2 hours 16 minutes.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for joining us for another episode of the Monkey's Paw, episode 12.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for
man, it's been
over a year. Yeah, this is 12 episodes. This is man.
Hey, thanks for having me.
It's been a good minute since.
Go ahead.
I said thanks for having me on. The time I'm able to show up.
Oh man, you're welcome. Soups, what were you saying? Soups. Did he die? God damn it.
Oy vey.
Well, anyway. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. We'll be back. Oh, shit. I'll do a community post about whether or not we're going to have a second episode this week. But for now, this has been another episode of the Monkey's Paw with your gracious host, Kaine Walker. We will see you all again next time.
And it's been West Shrimp Po' Boy Savage of the Derpy Redneck channel signing out. Take care of yourselves.
Peace.
Peace out, guys.